I'm so sorry about that. I'm having one of those days. Everybody's calling. Well, not everybody. That was my daughter. Um, I'm still in the dark. Center point supposed to turn on the lights to keep texting, texting us, saying that they can't get it back on yet. They're still having some difficulties. So I am going to sit here for a while. I do have a little portable. Let me see if I don't waste the water in it. It's a little portable fan. Y'all see that? It's a little portable air. I'm always showing y'all stuff that I got. Air conditioner, and it feels so good. Just like there's no air circulating in this apartment. I know I need to get out for a little while, and so I am going to do just that. I need to go and run an errand. I need to go buy some chalk for my sewing. I'm This is what I'm doing. So I bought some jeans, right? Love these jeans. I gotta show y'all. I gotta lose one more, two more, three more pounds, and then I'll show y'all these jeans. Not that I can't get in them, I just want them a little looser. I gotta hem those suckers because everything that I buy is long, and so I've always hated to fold my jeans up, pin them up, and walk like that. I don't think back then I didn't think anybody would notice it, but I am a seamstress within. I've always sewed before in my life. When I was in high school, I was the sewing queen, and my mom owned a sewing machine and this kit, right? So I had bought me a kit when I was younger, and I was sew. I would make curtains. I would make things, and the putting the pattern together, and that stuff used to excite me. So that was a hobby that I pushed aside. Had kids, had a life, pushed that aside. But I've always had to sew hem my pants or take them to get them fixed at the cleaners or altered at the cleaners, and they would charge you an arm and a leg to do that. So I had stopped doing that, and I started like trying to do a hem with my fingers and everything. So push come to shove, I did the tuck under, and if I go back and see some pants that I still wear, they got the tuck under, and they got the pins in them, the safety pins in them, or either some wide thread or whatever, my makeshift hems. So I decided to, yeah, it's exciting. I decided to buy me a little portable sewing machine. I didn't need the big one because I didn't know if I was gonna love it or want to do something. You know how kids start a hobby and then they want to quit? Yeah. Mom, I don't want to play soccer. I want to play football. Mom, I don't want to play football. I think I want to play basketball. Nah, I think I'm gonna just go chill. And all these decisions that these kids and teenagers go through. I'm just like that in a sense of my hobbies. I have so many different things that I can do. Sewing is one of them. I know I can sew. So I got this machine, right? And so I say I'm gonna cut my new pants and my new jeans that I got for the winter. I'm gonna sew them. I'm gonna cut them. I'll make sure I cut them long enough because you know how you hem something, you sit down and they way up to your thigh, almost to your thighs. I don't want that to happen. I'm gonna try them out with some boots. I'm gonna get them as long as I can, and then I'm gonna cut them, and then I'm gonna hem them from there. But I'm gonna do a professional hem. I'm gonna try to do a professional hem. I got everything that I need except um chalk to draw the lines to where I need to take off the hem. Need to take about 3 inches off of all of my jeans. I know for a fact because I'm short. I'm 4'11". I'm 4'11" with a big butt. So I have to um hem, and that's going to be my project. And after I hem my pants, I'm going to move on to making pillows. I hope I didn't give nobody that idea because I want it. I'm going to make some pillows. If you can't make pillowcases, what could you make? It's just 4 ends. It's just 4 ways in the zipper. Who can't? So I'm going to take some courses. I'm going to look at some courses on YouTube, of course, and I'm going to learn again, familiarize myself with sewing. So that's something to preoccupy me while I'm in this place of rest, a place of finding myself, the place of healing, the place of, letting God do his thing. In the meantime, I want to do something with my hands. I want to do something productive. I don't want to lose the abilities to think and study and create something. Like I love to create something, and it's rare that I get that ideal. I mean, I get that excited about it. But speaking of creating stuff, of course, I don't know if you guys noticed, I like to actually do hair. I mean, not per se hair. People come in, I'll press your hair, wash your hair, and press your hair like at the salon. I don't do that. I don't want to do that with my own little hair. But I do like to create a style in a wig. Now, this was your everyday one of them. It was pretty out there for my coins was concerned, but it was plain and ordinary. When you take a wig out of the box, it's plain and ordinary. It's like a mop per se, and then you style it and you use your products and you take the time with it and you breathe into it, breathe life into it, and do what you have to do um to create it, to make it stylish and make it wearable to the point where it's beautiful. I mean, look at it. The curls. It's beautiful. And I have a lot of wigs per se that I can put my touch to. And I'm good at that. That's another gift I think that I have within me. And considering I wasn't a hair loving person when I was younger, I had a lot of hair. Had My hair was long. It was gorgeous, but I didn't like to comb it per se, but I got into, styles and stuff as I got older and colors and stuff and kind of took my hair out a little bit and kind of grew it back and then I started wearing weave and breaking it out and all this other stuff damage that I did to my hair. I never was a really good hair person per se back then. When I had my daughter, I hated to comb my hair. I know she hate that about me. I hated to comb my hair. My son was easy. I just brush his hair, get his hair cut, brush his hair, he good to go. Low maintenance. But my daughter, I had to make sure I washed her scalp, greased her scalp, um, plait her hair, whatever. Never put braids in it. But, I just wasn't doing a good job of it. So I had to get, you know, my sisters to comb my hair until she got old enough to comb her own hair, fix her own hair, which I do apologize. Now look at me now. I do her hair. I take care of her hair. It's so crazy how I got bring that back around. 360. He bring it right back around, and I love it now. It's like I can't wait to. Um, I will do a wig for a person. I will weave your hair. I could do those things. I could even probably do some plait braids or something like that, but I don't scalp braid, which is something I want to learn how to do. I'll get a mannequin to do that. But I do wigs and I will style the crap out of a wig. They don't give these big brand companies, wig makers, they don't give older clients, um, purchasers or whatever I am, the airtime or the advertisement time on their wigs. So uh, I do believe, I'm an advocate of this. I do believe that older women are beautiful. We've aged gracefully, and our styles are still in. Our hairstyles, our afro look. They brought the afro back. And they even put them in wigs. So our natural styles and our, you know, blowout press styles that we always just get our hair pressed are still in. And it's a shame that they don't let older women advertise wigs, because what are you what are you what can you not gain from it but an audience of older people that love and enjoy wigs, the ones that need it the most. These young girls, which I'm not talking about them, young girls have more hair than they could ever ask for. They have their own hair and they want to put it in protective styles, and I do understand that. But you have the same hair that you have this wig on. You have this hair, and I don't understand why. I don't get it. If I had this much hair and this full of a length of hair, I wouldn't have no need for no wig at all. So what are your audience? Who are you trying to capture? Think about, if I'm trying to sell something, I want older people and younger people, middle age people to buy this product. So I'm gonna target all areas. I'm not gonna just gonna target the younger area or just the older area. So me, I consider myself um older, like older. 57 years old. I am not trying to be like anybody else. I'm trying to be me, what makes me feel good. And I've always, when you're young, you have these dreams and aspirations, and you actually see, and I don't know if a lot of people know this or believe this, you actually see your future when you're younger. You actually you that destiny is in your DNA when you're younger. It's like you see yourself. So I saw myself with long hair. I saw myself with um a pretty smile, very smart, very nice, attractive young lady. Like I've seen that. And then as I was getting older, maybe in my 30s, I didn't see it. Maybe in my 40s, I begun to see how beautiful that I was from the inside out. First, it was like a challenge to me. Like I didn't think that I was pretty enough, and I didn't think that I was always trying to water myself down. Like I'm all right, I'm average, and my mindset was like I'm average. I'm not that attractive, and that's what I was attracting, not attracting to myself, not to attractive people. And so my mindset had to change. And it's funny because until I changed my mindset about that, the way I looked and the way I felt about myself, I did not notice what a wonderful person I am. I'm a good person. And I'm a good person on the inside and out, meaning it's not you won't have beauty until you see the beauty. You have to see the beauty. And this wasn't an insult. I'm gonna say this. This wasn't an insult to me. I wasn't offended by it. But somebody had asked me, uh, yeah, somebody had asked me before. This guy asked me before, you've, somebody that go to my church, you've been going to this church for years. He say, what happened? And I said, what do you mean? What happened? We was just having a conversation one day. Wasn't nothing between me and him. But he was like, what happened? You're so beautiful. I didn't notice that at first. Like, Negro, I've been I've been impressing myself. I told y'all the story about how I used to get dressed and get my kids out the house. I make sure they're neat and clean and dressed for the world, but I would put myself secondary and put myself, throw on a old t-shirt, push my hair back or whatever and go out the door. And one of my bosses had said, put a lot of effort into yourself and, make yourself presentable because you're showing who you are to the world when you step out. And I said, I really never really thought about that. So I begun to take stock in myself a long time ago. But until, like I said, until you see yourself beautiful, ain't nobody else gonna see you beautiful. Ain't nobody gonna see how beautiful you are when that little small girl in your inside of you is saying, ugly, or I'm I'm not pretty enough, or you know, I don't have the features, my nose is too big, or I got a double chin, or my ears are too big, or I don't have eyebrows, or if we keep feeding all this negativity to ourselves, to our brains, then that's the way we're gonna appear to other people. But when he said, "What happened to me? You're beautiful," I did not notice that at first. Did you do something, or did you, I'm like, N- No, it's like I've been here all the time. I did not want anybody to see me. I did not want to attract the wrong people. I did not want to um, be highlighted. I'm not that type of person to be highlighted. I don't even look people in the eye sometimes because I don't want you to see me. I didn't want you to see me. I wasn't ready for anybody to see me in that sense. I mean, well, let me say this: men lust after you. I mean, you can throw out that vibe too, just putting it out there. Um, uh, or they're attracted to a part of your body, or whatever. I used to always like try to cover my butt. I have a butt story for y'all too. Cover my butt up. That's the one thing that I always said I did not like about myself. I got this butt, right? It's like it's a butt, but it ain't all over the place. It's not jiggling. It's just a butt. It's a firm butt, and I always had this self-esteem about my butt. Always, if I go anywhere, I'll try to wear t-shirts to cover it, or my dresses I wear to church, I will wear a wrap to cover my butt, so it wouldn't entice somebody to get the wrong impression of me. And so once I got past I can't change what my mama gave me, and I have to embrace it. So I embraced it. It's okay. I don't use it as a what's the word I'm trying to use? Significant uh idea or a signature thing for myself. Like some people had a gap in between their teeth at the top. I have one at the bottom. It's not my signature thing. It's something that it's just me. I don't want to be identified by my butt. Oh yeah, the girl's a short girl, the shorty with the big butt. I don't want to be identified by nothing, no part of my body. If you're gonna see me, see my soul, see my spirit. And that's it. I do still present myself like today. I did my hair and I got on my little t-shirt and I got some like I said, some capris, and I am going to go and probably find something better to present myself when I go out into the world. But this is good enough. I'm not trying to impress nobody. I hadn't ran into anybody in a long time, any old friends or any of that. So I'm not worried about that part. I'm still tripping though about the fact that he said, "Where have I been? Did I do something? You're beautiful." And I was trying to, for a while, I had been trying to figure out what he meant by that. Like, what do you see now that you didn't see 3 years ago when I was sitting in this same church and I was being who I was? You know what I'm saying? So I think some men, not all, some men try to cover up their lustfulness by saying stuff like that. It's supposed to be a compliment or something. Maybe it was a good gesture. Maybe it was something I needed to see. Maybe it was clarification that I am beautiful. Maybe I was doubting in the back of my head that I have um done so many years before of how I'm not as beautiful as every other woman or whatever. I'm just as equally beautiful. God made me who I am. And with the without makeup, I'm Ruthie. I'm Miss Lovely Ruth. That's who I am. I'm only one. It's only one of me. So I have to embrace everything about me. I have to embrace. If I want to enhance it with makeup, so be it. That's it. That's cool. I can do that. But I am who I am. I'm who God created me to be. Either you're gonna see my beauty or you're not. Or you're gonna either gonna see my soul and spirit in a light, in a good light, or either you're not. So I can't bank on you or live for your um, particular preferences, So hey, it is what it is. So I'm grateful for that little compliment. Uh, Maybe things get better with age. Things season as time go by. Maybe I needed to fill out in some areas, or maybe I needed to grow up. We live with that 7 year old. Um, it was a saying about we all have a 7 year old. Somebody said the other day, the 8 year old living in us, our 8 year old selves are living in us, which kind of makes sense. It really do kind of make sense. That person you used to be, still holding on to ideas and beliefs and likes and dislikes and things that happened to them, or things that they couldn't have, and all of this, they still living through us, because we try to make up for the things we didn't have at 7 or 8. We try to make up for when the parents were yelling or telling us to do this, or making us do chores or whatever. We do the same thing with our kids, so we still like holding on to our 7 year old selves. So our we can't change the past. That's the past. We've done it, been there, done it. We can't change our mindsets though. We can change our way of thinking. Of um, mine's is my childhood memory is, and I might have mentioned this before, is I was always alone. I was always by myself, even though I'm in a big family. I'm in a big family, 8 boys, 5 girls. So we all in this one house, right? I think my brother, oldest brother, two older brother had moved out. So we in this big house. We sharing rooms, bathrooms, kitchens, and everything all my life. So I'm like, when they're out playing, or when they're in the den watching TV, I'm in my room. I'm in my bed. I'm listening to my music on my headphones, and I'm reading through magazines, looking through magazines, and visualizing my future. Like, oh, I would want to wear this dress. It's so pretty, or I like this fashion. I want to be a fashion designer when I grow up. I want to marry El DeBarge. I want to be in a DeBarge family. I'm just going to be beautiful, and he's going to be singing to me, and I'm going to be in the audience, and he's going to, call me up there to sing with him, and we're going to have this moment, and he's going to want to date me, and all of this stuff we fantasize about, right? And you dream about the cocktail parties and the fancy dresses and the well-to-do people, and once I had fantasizing about winning a beauty contest, and right before I got married, and my husband was like, oh my God, I knew you could do it, you're so beautiful, and all these things that I was dreaming about when I was a kid, and getting away, trying to escape my family, which was full of turmoil. I mean, not all the time. It was a lot of happy moments and fun times and stuff. But it was also fights. Brothers and sisters fighting, and mom and dad trying to break them up. And I was not one of those type of people. I like to stay to myself. I like quietness and serenity. Serenity. I like imagining. I like to fantasize and imagine myself, on a beach, and walking on the beach with this bomb body, and wind blowing through my hair, and just accepting the, the breeze, and that type of fantasy. I I did not I actually did not. I love my brothers and sisters, but I didn't have to be in there with them. I didn't have to always be around them. I always wanted to be around my dad, follow him around, go where he went, wherever he took the car, I wanted to go. I'm a daddy's girl, so yeah, I remember significantly being by myself a lot. So a lot, meaning I didn't have to be, I chose to be. I was set aside to do something, but what was that something? I got along with my family. I was just one of those quiet people, bookworms, I would say, geek. And back then, you only had a few channels on TV, so it wasn't that much to watch. I would like to watch the award ceremonies. Um, Other than that, I was in my school books getting it. Yeah. So when I think about it, when I think about it, that's probably why I like the quietness. Like right now, it's so quiet. It's no sound but the sound of my little air conditioner thing. I enjoy the peacefulness and the silence. Sometimes I enjoy that, but sometimes that could be irritating because you need communication. You need somebody to interact with. You need somebody to say, "Hey, you know what? Let's talk about this." But sometimes I don't want to talk about anything. I just want to be in silence. I want it to be just me and God. I want it to be just me and my worship and praise music. I want it to be just me and my dinner. And then sometimes I want to be like, I want to be a big girl. I want to have a conversation. I want to go out. I want to see what's in people's minds. I want to talk to people. I want to see what's going on in the world. When I work with these people and I got enough of them, it's like, I'm done. You know how you could do something or you can wear something and you could like, I'm done with it. I'm over that. I'm over that already and move on to something else. That's how I am with people. It's like I don't I can get enough of you. I can get enough of some people. Not everybody. Some people you just love to be around and long for it. But it's some people that you can get enough of. You done it. You're done. You've been there, done that. You don't have the desire anymore to entertain that person or thing or whatever, and you move on to something else. I will get bored easily. I would throw it out. I would cast it out, whatever, and move on to something new and exciting. And I think I may have just done that with my job. I know I said I did do a leap of faith uh, when deciding to quit my job. It wasn't that mentality, been there, done that thing. I overgrew it. I outgrew it. It was no growth. It was no pay. It was me not. It was the 7-year-old that came out. I think that's pretty much what it is. The 7-year-old came out and said, "Hey, it's time. It's time to do those things." And I know I sound crazy, but she was saying it's time to do those things that you dreamt about. It's time to have that house. It's time to have that husband and that dog and your children and coming over to visit you. It's time. It's never too late. It's never too late. Your age doesn't have anything to do with it. But it's like yeah, my 7-year-old came out and said, all those times we spent in the room by ourselves and stuff, and our brothers and sisters wanted us to come and play with them or wanted to share things with you. And you said no. You said, "Nah, I'm good." And you're like that now. You're like that now. You're good, but you want to do, in order to get those things we wanted, you got to get out of this routine. You got to get out of this routine that's not taking you anywhere. It's not you're stagnant. And so sometimes it's good and then sometimes it's not good because you don't want a 7-year-old running your life because sometimes you can get in trouble with that. But I think I had a very, very, very good childhood. I think that sometimes we do things or things happen to us in our childhood, our age, as far as back as we can remember. Um, that affects us that we so long forgotten about or suppressed or whatever. But it will somehow take um, a seat at your future. It would take you would be doing things in accordance to what happened to you or what you went through in your younger years. Like for instance, back to the butt. That's a good example. I was in fourth or fifth grade. I don't remember which one. I was in elementary. I don't know when they started changing elementary to middle school, but I was in elementary. And it was this little boy. Every day we get out of school, I would be going walking home, and this little ugly boy. Oh, I can't stand him. I don't know that little boy kid's name. I never knew him. I just couldn't stand him. He would come out and he would run out with his books, and when I crossed the street, he would pop me on my butt, and I would turn and I would throw something at him or a book or something at him, and he would run off. And I hated it. Was in elementary. I will never forget that. And that boy scarred me for life for my butt. He scarred me for life because I don't like my butt showing. Not that I'm afraid somebody gonna smack me on it. It's just it identified something for me. And you see how we bring stuff into from our past into our future. So I'm so um aware of my butt, and I don't want it to be get any attention, or highlight me or define me because of that. And I'm like, very I was for that point on up into my adulthood. I was very, very um insecure about my butt. Most people get insecure about their nose or their height. I love my height. I love my height. It's okay. I like it. I can work with it. Um, some people get insecure with their breasts and their body shapes. I'm okay with all of that. I'm okay with that. I tend to look at my butt as a different animal because in a sense it was something in other words, I think what I'm trying to say is, by that little kid doing that to me, like hitting me on my butt every day or every other day or every week or however often he did it, I thought it was crucial. It was cruel, and I thought I calculated to be every week, every day to me as a kid, as a child, and not identifying with my body yet. And you smacking me on my butt. What kind of environment did he come from? What is that? What was that about? I never knew that kid, and I never gave that kid an impression that I wanted him to pop me on my butt. I wasn't even a wild girl. I was a nerd. I was child. I was you couldn't you if I was in a classroom full of kids, you couldn't say, "Oh, that's Ruthie." I wasn't standing out from the crowd as far as I was concerned. So there was no reason for that to happen. But I turned to him one day and I said, "If you hit me one more time, I'm gonna get every last one of my brothers down here at the school, and they will kick your, you know what." And he stopped after that. I don't know if it because we moved, or I don't know, but that never happened again. That and not right now. I just still feel some kind of way about my butt. It's cute. Maybe it's cute. Maybe it's not. I don't know. I don't. It's not a focal point for me. I just don't. Focal point. I just don't like. I just Yeah. He made me not a butt lover. So said all that to say this: that 7 or 8 year old that lives in us tries to control us and tries to make us live in that life in the past. So remember this or remember that. It's good to don't ever regret. Don't ever regret your past, because your past was meant to teach you something. So you can move on from it or grow better from it or understand it when it happened to somebody else. So I don't regret anything that happened to me. I wasn't I don't recall anything sexually happening to me, but it gave me a complex as a teenager that I wanted to go into myself. I wanted to be into myself, like introverted. Like I don't didn't want to socialize. I didn't really go to parties. But when I went to a party or two, I would attract the ugliest guy there. He can he could be the ugliest. He was the ugliest guy there. I remember one time I went to a party and he was all up over me like, "Oh, can I?" And it had maybe two teeth missing, or that's the kind of stuff I would attract to me. Not that I will fool with, but I'm like, what's wrong with me? that I'm attracting it because it was my mentality. It was my mentality of thing. It was like I didn't have self-worth, and that's what I was attracted. The universe have a funny way, your subconscious have a funny way of giving you things that you do not want, because you in your mind you think that's what you're worthy of. That's all that you're worthy of. And so I learned that concept way, way, way later in life. Actually, a couple of years, now. But it's like, wow. Um, I'm glad I did not let that get me in trouble. I'm glad that I finally came out of that and saw that I was worth something. I didn't talk to just anybody. Um, I um was limited to who I would give my body to. You just can't lay down with anybody. You lay down with a dog, you're gonna come up with fleas, right? So I, I think I did pretty good. I think my parents, let me give a hand to my parents. I think my parents did a very good job of raising us. I think we all messed up in some way. We kind of like self-centered, self-absorbed, some to a certain extent. What's mine is mine. It's mine. I can't share it. Kind of mentality this family got going on, and I too a little bit. It's like I am self-absorbed when it comes down to I want my peace. I want to be quiet. I want to be in my own environment. I want to be quiet and be still by myself. And sometimes being by yourself is not always good. It's lonely. Sometimes it's when they say it's lonely at the top, it's lonely anywhere. It's lonely if you have in your mind that you're supposed to be giving more of yourself to somebody, or giving yourself to being a cause for somebody, or giving a message to, or living a life example for somebody. Then you have to socialize. You have to be around people. You have to give more of yourself. And so the introverted me in the past has to go. That 7-year old that's telling me, no, it's safer this way. It's safer being by yourself. It's safer not trusting people. It's not that I'm scared of the running the street and catching a football. I'm scared of the playing baseball. I just watch on the sideline, or that prissy little girl that I was, and I was um didn't enjoy all the games and I mean family time games, board games, yeah, but all the physical games that my brothers and sisters used to play and stuff, because I wanted to be by myself. I felt some kind of way that I was better by myself. I don't know. I can't explain that. I've come a long way. I've come a very long way, and I love myself. I love myself now. I love myself more than I loved myself when I was 40. I love myself more than I loved myself when I was 30. I love myself more than I loved myself when I was 20 and didn't know what to do. Didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how um to carry myself. It was like a sense of freedom. I'm 18. I can do what I want to. I can leave my mom's and dad's house if I wanted to. I'm on my own. I pay for my own tuition. It's like I'm trying to be a grown up, but my mentality was still, not so developed. So had kids at 20, 20, I mean, not 20, 25 and 26, maybe I think 26 and 27, something like that. Didn't get married. Raised my kids for the better part of my 30s and 40s. And 40s, it was like I'm trying to settle down, but I was coming into my gracefulness then, and I remember it was all about relationships, like couples and all this other stuff. And I was like, I never did find a guy, and I met some really good guys. I talked to some really good guys. Never did find someone that I would want to live with for the rest of my life, or he wanted to live with me for the rest of my life. I still think that I was in that mentality where you can go out and meet somebody and play around or do foolish things, but if until God bring that person to you, it ain't gonna be worth nothing. It ain't gonna stay. It's not gonna stick. Don't get too emotionally involved with people that's not meant for you, and you know it. You know it in your gut. that, this not gonna work. And every once in a while there's one that sidetracks you that you think that's gonna work out. He's perfect for you. Y'all blend, y'all get along, y'all think the same way, y'all do this, like the same things. And just when you think it's perfect, it's great, it's wonderful, this man gets you. He gets you, you know, and you get him. And it's like perfect, right? And then here's that monkey wrench. Here's that other shoe that's supposed to fall, and it didn't turn out that way. So we all are entitled to that one that got away, that one love that it was love. We all get one of those when we're younger. We all get one of those. Maybe if it's from God, it'll stick. It won't be no complications. Ain't nobody gonna persuade you or him to go in a different direction. It'll stick. It'll be yours. And yeah, I've had love. I had some good loves. I had some bad relationships. Not to the point where, somebody beat me or tried to kill me or set me back or whatever. It wasn't none of that. It was just lessons learned, developing my spirit, developing me for what's to come. So, um, I've lived life. I've done some things, wonderful things, some not so wonderful things, but we're only human and everything should have a lesson. If not, then you gotta go and explore what was the reason this happened. So, um, I think that I'm better now. I'm better as far as relationships are concerned. I hate to be that one that's saying, and I don't like to be negative to my daughter. So I always tell her, yeah, she's gonna find somebody. She's gonna do good. She's pretty much like me. She's not gonna date just anybody. She's not gonna allow her emotions to be out there first and then love come, like I'm putting myself out there for this man. I'm giving it all 110%, and he don't reciprocate. He doesn't give that back to you, and he wants to, be a kid and run the street and cheat and all this other stuff. We learn from those things. We don't be confined or conformed or convicted. We learn from it and we move on. And when I say learn from it, we don't hold luggage or baggage on those people that did that. They were supposed to come into your life. They were supposed to show you this thing, and they're supposed to show you, hey, what you don't like, what you won't tolerate, and what you will. And so that is a purpose for all of that. If you don't get killed or get a bad disease in between you finding that out, learning that lesson, then you good. When that man come, you ready for anything and everything. So it'll be perfect. It'll be by then it'll be seasoned and you'll be ready for it. Sometimes you're not ready for it. Sometimes you're not ready for kids, but you know, they're beautiful. They're beautiful and they're that I think I had my kids to bring fulfillment to my life. I think that it made me feel worthy of something, that I can be a mom and I can be a good mom. And I did my job. Yay for me. I did my job. I took what my mom showed me in in the lesson of parenting, even if it was by myself. I learned from what I see my mom do to what I did so I could teach my daughter. It's like the cycle of life, Lion King, right? So yeah, beautiful things. And I don't know. I don't know what's next for me. I think that what's next for me is the actual kingdom husband. Who knows? Let's see. Let's wait and see. So that's exciting. Okay, let me get off of here. I've been talking. I got 3 other videos. I kept getting interrupted. Put them on pause. Thought I was going to go back to them. The computer knocked me out. I don't have no lights, like I said. So I'm still here. Um, it's not hot because I got my fan. It's dark. I'm hungry. So I made some pasta last night. Oh, it was so good. I'm still fasting. This was a whole wheat pasta. You guys gotta try it. the spiral kind, and I made a salad. I put broccoli in there, chopped some tomatoes and jalapenos and some avocados in there. It was so good. It made my own dressing. It was so good. It was delicious. Now, if I'm scared to go in there and get it because if I open the refrigerator, the heat is going to get in there. It's going to spoil all my food. So I don't know if I could go in there fast enough to get my water in my lunch or dinner or whatever it's going to be. I hadn't eaten breakfast. I really hadn't did anything. I'm waiting on the lights to turn back on. I can go run my errands, but I don't even want to do that. So they're trying to get the lights back on, and internet is off. They keep texting me, okay, they trying to figure it out, and they doing underground cables or checking on them for emergencies or whatever. So I am in the dark, but I could still be find something to be creative with. What I was going to do today in my mind, I was going to plan to set up my wig stations and process my wigs, or I washed them yesterday, so I'm just gonna process. I don't do anything with the curly wigs because when you get ready to wear them, all you gotta do is put your water on them or your leave-in conditioner, whatever product that you use, and you're good to go. But this, like this, it takes preparation. Instead of me doing the hot comb or the curling iron, what I did, the reason why these curls are so bouncy, I put my flexi rods in there, and they've been in there for about a couple of weeks now. So I just took them down this morning for my interview, and I said, "Oh, look at it! Look at it! I did something." So yeah, that's what I got going on. I don't have much else going on. Do need to run to Walmart. While I have to, I gotta get some chart, or either I can order from Amazon, which is going to take 2-3 days to come. And I really want to start hemming. I have outfits in there that I really look forward to wearing them. Let me ask y'all a question. I don't have anybody, so I'm not dating, right? So, but I got these dating clothes. I got these clothing that there they are. Yay! That I have that I should my lights back on. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That I have in my closet. I don't want to get too big for them, right? I want them to be able to fit me when I get ready to wear them. So right now, they're not per se ready. When I say not yet ready, I mean they are not hemmed. So if somebody asks me out, I have to hem, go in and put things together. I don't know what that noise is. Oh, that's my printer trying to come out. I'm so crazy. Um, that's my printer. That printer sounds funny when you okay, I did that. Why come Alexa offline? So I don't know why I'm trying to turn these lights off. When she come back online, I will have her turn those lights off. But anyway, it's just funny looking right now. But anyway, I can go eat now. But anyway, back to clothes real quick, and then I'm gonna let y'all go. I have to go and hem them. I have to be able to, if I get asked out or whatever, just want to hang out, I want to go to the beach, walk on the beach or something. I want to be ready for that. And I had to go in there and hem up everything and put on the right thing and make sure I got the right bra. I don't have bra. I don't have a good bra. I'm sitting up telling my sister how I need a bra, and I think that's what I'm gonna do today. I'm gonna call her and ask her to go to Walmart with me so I can look at a bra um and get some charts so I can hem. And that's my project for the rest of the day or the rest of this week is to hem um my pants and my jeans and stuff. So my question was, when you date, what do you wear really? Because I don't know. I hadn't been on a date in, I can't even tell you what, I can't even tell you when the last time I went on a date with somebody. I really can't. And so I don't know what to wear. I don't know what to do. I don't know. Um, I can't turn it off. Alexa, are you there? Alexa, are you there?
I'm having trouble connecting to the network. Please try again a bit later.
So I have to wait until the Xfinity box come on before I can turn the lights off. But anyway, I enjoyed you guys' company. I want you guys to know that I love you. Enjoy your family. Enjoy yourself. Love on yourself. When I say love on yourself, I think I explained it in this video that if you don't like who you are, nobody else is gonna like who you are. And I like who I am. I think I'm very fairly attractive, and I think that by me not saying that I am or not thinking that I am, everybody else think that way too. I'm drawing that vibe towards me. So I love myself. I like the way I get up and take care of myself. I like the way I handle myself or present myself. Um, I'm a little bit of shy. I'm working myself out of that because hey, hey, that is what it is. I don't want to be timid and shy anymore. I used to carry that a lot because I think it had a lot to do with my self-esteem when I was younger. So I'm older now. I'm wiser now. I'm beautiful. I'm lovable. I'm all these things. And so if I feel that way, other people should feel the way. It doesn't matter if other people feel really how I feel. I gotta still illuminate. I have to pull what's inside of me out and go with that. That's all I could do. So I am I am excited about that. So I'm going to go and eat since the lights are back on. I think I'm going to run an errand or two. Do I need to? Yeah, I'm going to. And I will talk to you guys later. Again, love on yourself. God loves you, so do I. Have a good evening. Bye. This is Lovely Ruth. I will talk to you in the later one. Bye.